Okay, welcome to the tracking module. In this module, I'm going to talk and cover everything that has to do with tracking when it comes to your media buys. Now, why track? Well, the first thing that I need to absolutely stress that if you're going to get into media buying, you're going to do any major media buy spends, you need to absolutely have the ability to track, because if you don't have the ability to track, you're not going to have the ability to make your media buy campaigns profitable, because everything really comes down to the numbers. Because at the end of the day, the numbers are what dictates the story. They tell you whether you're going to be able to make that campaign profitable or not. So really, it's vital that you have absolutely every part of your conversion funnel for whatever campaign that you're going to run absolutely tracked, so that way you can tweak what needs to be fixed. You can make adjustments where you think that you can be able to improve on click-through rates, conversion rates, and eventually make your media buying campaign a profitable one. But in order to do that, you really need to have certain tools in place to measure every part of your conversion funnel. And I mean that you need to measure every single part of your conversion funnel and bring it right back to the start of your media buying, which really comes down to your banners, which I'll talk about on the next slide. So really, I'm going to go through what you need to have in order to get started, what you need to put in place so that you're tracking every step that your prospect is going through as they go through your conversion funnel. So what do you need to track? Well, the first thing in everything that starts off a media buying campaign is the banners. Okay, these the banner ads that you place on websites, whether it's a direct buy, the banners that you upload to an ad network. That is absolutely the crucial, most important step, because that is where your first impression is with your prospects, where they're going to be clicking on your banners, what they're going to be predispositioned to expect on the next page. So really, you need to have the ability to track. First thing is how many banner impressions are being served for each banner. What are the click-through rates on those banners? And because that's going to be able to tell you what banners are performing better than other banners. But it's not just a matter of the click-through rates on the banners. You want to make sure that you're using an ad network that gives you a post-optimization pixel, a post-tracking pixel, so that you can actually track conversions and sales right back to the banners. Because all of the click-through rates are a good measure of the success of a banner. The true measure of the success of the banner is the ECPA, or the earnings, or the ECPM, the earnings per every 1,000 impressions, or the earnings for every action on that particular banner. So you have to have the ability to track that. Then, if you're not if you're not direct linking and you're sending to the traffic to a landing page, you need to be rotating multiple landing pages, and you need to be tracking what your prospects are clicking on those landing pages and what landing pages are generating the highest click-through rates. You also need to have tracking in place to track one-time offers, otherwise known as OTOs. You need to be able to track your upsells, your downsells, and your cross-sells. Because if you're selling your own product or service, these are the things that you're going to be adding, the components you're going to be adding to your conversion funnel in order to maximize the lifetime value of your prospects. Because when you can maximize the lifetime value of your prospects, or anytime you can increase that, that can make your media buying campaigns more profitable and even allow you to go out and buy more media by bidding even higher. Now, you also need to have the ability to track follow-up systems. And what I mean by follow-up systems could be such things as emails. Autoresponders need to be tracked. So you need to be placing tracking URLs in those autoresponders to track back to certain campaigns that where the prospect originated from. And exit traffic. Not everybody who clicks on your banner and goes to your landing pages is gonna convert for you on your primary offer. But if you're using an exit script, like let's say a traffic regenerator script, or just a simple exit script that pops up a window when the prospect tries to exit from your website, you need to be able to also have the ability to track those prospects. So let's talk about tracking banners first. Okay, now if you're going to be doing a buy through an ad network, whether it's an intermediate network or a major ad network, network buy, they usually have their own built-in tracking platform for you to track your banner performance. So let's say, for example, you go to a Tribal Fusion or a Sitescout. They're going to already have their own in-house tracking platforms where you upload your banners, and then they'll rotate your banners for you and measure the metrics right on their dashboard. So the downside, obviously, of having the ad networks host and serve your banners is that you can't really optimize your banners on the fly. You have to upload them. They have to go through a review process because your ad is being displayed on thousands of websites. The networks want to make sure that your banner adheres to any guidelines that any of the websites that they might be placing your banners have. So that's why they go through a review process. And this can get tedious. It can take up to 24 hours to have your banners approved, which is kind of the downside of using an ad network and using their platform. Now, if you're going to be doing a lot of direct buys, or you are going to use an ad network that allows you to place your own banner pixels, then you're going to need your own ad server to serve the ads. Now, the huge benefit of having your own ad server is that an ad server will allow you to serve, split test, and track sales by each banner. Now, if you're not familiar with what an ad server is, I highly recommend that you watch the presentation by Steve Gray, who gave an awesome presentation at my live workshop, specifically on ad servers. An ad server is basically a server that will host and display your banners for you and keep track of key metrics for you, such as click-through rates, ECPAs, post tracking, so that you can track back to the banner what banner is generating you the highest ECPA. So that you know what banner is successful for your particular campaigns. The other nice thing about ad servers are that you will see statistics in real time, and you can change your banners on the fly. So if you have banners getting tens of thousands of impressions every hour, you can quickly switch up your banners every hour and quickly optimize your campaigns to get them profitable a lot quicker. Now, some of the more popular ad servers are Sitescout, and I know that I mentioned Sitescout when I was talking about ad networks, but Sitescout does also offer an additional service where they will actually allow you to use their ad server to host your own websites and do your own direct media buy. So this is a separate server, separate service from their compared to their RTB server, which is their real-time bidding server. So I don't want you to confuse the two. This is actually going to Sitescout and buying using their ad server to do your direct placements. Then there's AdShuffle. That's the service that I use, and then there is Zedo, and I've included links below this video that you can go to each of these services and decide which one is best for you if you want to do direct placements. Now, when it comes to landing page tracking, you need to have some sort of tracking mechanism in place. Now, if you're a pay-per-view formula customer, you can easily use PPV Dominator, the software that comes with the course, to do your tracking for you, or you can use a free tool out there called Prosper 202, which is a PPC free tracking tool. And this tool will allow you to track clicks throughout your sales funnel. So what you can do is you can set up different campaigns for different aspects of your funnel, such as the click-through rates on your landing pages, click-through rates on your follow-up emails, click-through rates on your upsells, your downsells. And the nice thing about this free script is you can install it right on your domain and collect the data right on your own domain. You don't have to share it with anybody or have to worry about anybody stealing it. It literally sits and resides right on your domain, and that's kind of crucial if you're going to be sending traffic to landing pages, as far as measuring the click-through rate on what landing page is performing better than the others. And finally, we have mobile tracking, and this is really important, especially when it comes to the module when I'm going to be talking about mobile media buying. And the only software that I really recommend for any sort of mobile tracking, and this is a software you can also use for even your desktop media buy tracking, is iMobiTrax. And this was created by the guys over at I Am Grind, Ralph Ruckman and Ryan Gray, and it's a pretty good piece of software. It's probably the best when it comes to mobile tracking because it allows you to track right down to the device, the carrier, and much more, so that you can optimize your mobile campaigns very quickly with the data that this tool spits out. And I've included a link to that service right below at this particular video too. So that basically is why tracking is so important. And in the subsequent videos to this particular introduction video, I'll talk about some of the more popular tracking platforms and basically kind of run you through how to set up a campaign and start tracking on them.